So, hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss on the topic India-US trade deal. We are very close. What does it mean for India? So, India and the US are reportedly very close to concluding a bilateral trade agreement. According to Bethany Paulus Morrison, the the agreement will open India's market to US goods on reciprocal and mutually beneficial terms. For UPSC aspirants, this issue is important from the perspective of GS paper 2nd, India US relations, and GS paper 3rd, economy, trade and globalization and international relations. So let us know about the background. So India and the US have witnessed significant growth in bilateral ties over the past 2 decades. Today, the US is among India's largest trading partners, and both countries are trying to finalize a trade deal to remove tariff barriers and improve market access. The objective is to make trade more predictable, balanced, and investment friendly. Now, what does reciprocal and mutually beneficial mean? Reciprocal means both countries provide similar market access and trade concessions. And mutually beneficial means the agreement should create gains for both economies rather than benefiting only one side. This is consistent with the broader principle of win-win trade diplomacy. Now, what would India gain? First, better market access. India exports such as textiles, pharmaceuticals, gems and jewelry, engineering goods, and IT services may receive easier access to the US market. B. Higher foreign investment. Improved trade relations can encourage greater American investment in manufacturing, electronics, defense, renewable energy, and semiconductors. This supports the Make in India initiative. C. Supply chain diversification. As global companies seek alternatives to excessive dependence on one country, India can emerge as an important manufacturing hub. D. Employment generation. Higher exports and investment can create jobs in manufacturing and services. Now, what does the US want? The US is seeking better access for agriculture products, dairy, medical devices, digital trade, industrial goods, and automobiles. It also wants lower tariffs and easier market entry for American companies. Now, challenges faced before India. Agriculture. First, agriculture. Indian farmers fear that cheaper imported agricultural products may affect domestic producers. And dairy sector, India has traditionally protected its dairy industry because millions of small farmers depend on it. And digital economy, issues remain over data governance, e-commerce regulations, digital taxation. And intellectual property rights, it includes the US often demands stronger protection for patents, especially in pharmaceuticals, while India emphasizes affordable medicines. Trade deficient concerns, it include India will seek to ensure that imports do not rise much faster than exports. Now, what is the strategic importance? So, the agreement is not only about trade, it strengthens India-US cooperation in Indo-Pacific strategy, critical technologies, defense, supply chain resilience, and economic security. Economic cooperation complements the growing strategic partnership. Now, if we see it about according to the UPSC constitutional and policy linkage, so this topic can be linked with liberalization and globalization and export-led growth, Atmanirbhar Bharat, Make in India, production-linked in incentive, ease of doing business, and WTO principles. Now, what are the advantages? Higher exports, more employment, technology transfer, greater FDI, stronger strategic partnership, better integration with global value chains. Now, what are the concerns? Pressure on agriculture, pressure on agriculture, pressure on MSMEs, higher imports, policy space may reduce in some sectors, and intellectual property concerns. Way forward, India should pursue a balanced and calibrated trade agreement that protects sensitive sectors like agriculture and MSPs, expands export opportunities in areas where India has competitive advantage, encourages technology transfer and quality investment, maintains strategic autonomy while deepening economic cooperation, and aligns trade policy with long-term national development goals. So, from the UPSC mains, if it, I will say about for the mains, so it would be India-US trade relations are evolving from a purely commercial partnership into a strategic economic partnership driven by trade, technology, and resilient supply chains. So, at the last, I just want to conclude my words by just saying that a well negotiated India US trade agreement can strengthen economic growth, improve competitiveness, and deepen strategic cooperation. However, its long term success will depend on balance in market opens with the protection on India's developmental priorities and vulnerable sectors. So, I hope this all information which I have delivered to you. I hope you like the way of my explanation and you like the topic. So if you further want the PDF of this topic, so you can join our Telegram channel, with the link is in the description box. So thank you so much.